full tour of Sterling Ranch in Kuna, Idaho, and let you decide if it is one of the best subdivisions to choose in the Kuna and Boise area. There's a lot of decisions to make when you are purchasing a home and deciding where to live, especially if you are moving from Washington, Oregon, California. So let's take a look and see if Sterling Ranch fits your needs and your move to the Treasure Valley. Sterling Ranch is one of the nicest and most popular neighborhoods in all of Kuna, Idaho. It's off of Deer Flat and North Meridian Road, and it's one of the first subdivisions you see when you get into Kuna. Right across the street is a Ridley's Family Market with a Starbucks. There's some restaurants there, and you have a brand new D&B Supply just across the road from those. Downtown Kuna is only about a 5-minute drive away, and it has an ideal mix of old and new boutiques, unique restaurants, and the community in Kuna is just really nice. Me and my fiance are moving there right now. We're in the process of purchasing our home in Kuna, and it has been one of the top locations that we wanted to live, and that just has to do with that community in Kuna and the small town feel there.
She's nice, a small town kid like me.
So it is a rural part of the Treasure Valley, and it comes with that small town environment, those small town people. You feel welcome. You don't have to deal with all of the traffic and all of the people that you may have to deal with in Meridian or Boise. And it's just 15 minutes away, 20 minutes away from the interstate, Meridian, the village, all of the things that Meridian has to offer that you may want to do, but you don't want to have to live in the center of it. So with that, the small town feel, you're going to have that rural feel. You're going to have the cornfields out by Sterling Ranch. You're going to have cows and farmland, but you're also going to have welcoming people, and it makes it a really desirable place to live.
Well, yeah, it's a farm town.
My name is Brady Fagel. I am a local realtor in the Boise area. So whether you're moving to Boise or if you're not moving to Boise and you end up deciding that Nashville or Dallas or Florida is a better fit for you, reach out to me. My phone number is up on the screen. I'd love to get to know you and help you in that decision and help you move from the state that you are moving from. So let's get back into the video on Sterling Ranch in Kuna, Idaho. Kuna also offers a farmer's market, which has the handcraft items, the local grown produce, foods, and just an opportunity for you to get out on the weekends and not have to drive to Nampa or Meridian or Boise for those markets. It's nice that Kuna has its own individual farmer's market so that you can spend some time in the Saturday mornings and get out and purchase some local goods. Kuna also has Kuna Days, which is a country carnival, and this is an annual event in August where the town just gets together, it celebrates its history, and it's at Bernie Fisher's Park, and it has a parade, there's a carnival, games, rides, musicians, performers, and it has plenty of food and drinks, and it's a nice thing that you have that right next to Sterling Ranch and in Kuna. And all of these details on Kuna, I have a full video on the pros and cons of Kuna, so if you want to know more about Kuna, you can go ahead and check out that video. But let's get more into the details of what Sterling Ranch actually is and what the neighborhood itself provides.
Finally.
So Sterling Ranch is built by Toll Brothers, which is a higher scale production builder. So you have CBH, Hayden Homes, Leonard Homes, and those are all going to be your production builders in the valley. And then Toll Brothers is just one step up. So it's not full production. You can just buy homes that are built, and it's not full custom. It's a little bit of both. You have a little bit more options when it comes to purchasing Toll Brother homes, and they have a little bit higher quality from what we've seen in the valley, me and my team. So it is nice that they're built by Toll Brothers. You're gonna get a little bit nicer houses, a little bit higher quality. The neighborhood also has a year-round park, so if you have kids and you want your kids to be able to hang out at the park and you guys wanna walk around the neighborhood, ride bikes, have a picnic there, whatever you want to do, it's awesome that Sterling Ranch has that. It also has a pool and walking trails throughout the neighborhood. So in the summertime, when it gets hot, when it gets 100 degrees in the valley, you can go hang out at the pool. Your kids' friends. I know in high school and when I was a kid, if I didn't live where they had a pool, so if we had friends that had a pool in their neighborhood, that was really an awesome thing to have because you could go over to your friend's house and hang out at their pool. The schools in Sterling Ranch, so it's going to be Reed Elementary, and then you're going to have Fremont and Teed Middle, and then Falcon Ridge Public Charter School, which is a really highly rated charter school, which is nice because Kuna High School is right across the street from Sterling Ranch. But if you look at the ratings for Kuna's schools, They're not as high. Their math and English proficiencies are one of the lowest in the states. They're really
Not smart. Not smart at all.
it's not the best school system in Kuna, so having Falcon Ridge Charter School as an option is a great thing to have. If you want to look outside of Kuna, you can, because you have Compass Charter School, you have Renaissance High School, you have private and public charter schools not too far from Kuna. Meridian's that 15 to 20 minute drive. So if you just want to drop your kids off on the way to work, or you don't have a problem with dropping them off every morning, those are some options. But again, nice to have that charter school in Kuna itself if you're worried about the lower ratings of Kuna School District. The HOA, which can be a big complaint for people moving here, is $500 annually. And then of course there's the setup and transfer fee when you purchase your home. But that is one of the complaints and downsides to living in the subdivision. But whenever you move to the Treasure Valley, if you live in a new development or you live in a neighborhood, you're gonna have an HOA no matter what. And from what I've seen, $500 annually is on the lower end of HOAs here in the Valley. If you get into Eagle or some spots in Meridian, you can be paying that quarterly. So you can be paying $1,500 to $2,000. Okay, we're back. My light went out. But the HOA fee is about $500 every year. And if you compare that to other places like Eagle and Meridian, it is on the lower end. You can spend up to $2,000 a year. But the median sale price in Sterling Ranch is going to be about $570,000 per home. And the median days on market is going to be at 25 days. So you're going to be a little bit quicker than the average in the Treasure Valley. And one of the higher end homes in Sterling Ranch is going to be about $750,000. So you're going to be about $500,000 to $750,000 here in this neighborhood. And personally, I love Kuna with the neighborhoods like Sterling Ranch popping up. You also have Facebook or Meta, which is coming to Kuna, and they're building a huge data center out there, which for investment purposes, which buying a house is an investment and it should be looked at that way, is when Meta builds that out there, Kuna's growing already. And as that comes out there, it's going to bring more jobs and more people, and it's going to grow faster, which just increases the value of your home because there's more demand. The other nice thing about Meta coming out there is they're putting money into the city of Kuna. So they're upgrading some of the sewer lines and water lines. And then the other thing is that your taxes are actually probably going to go down, which is nice, because Meta is taking a big commercial burden on the taxes, which will actually lower the residential tax burden. So, and like I said, I'm moving to Kuna, so my money is kind of where my mouth is, and I love the area, and there's just a lot of upside to moving to Kuna. But like I said, if you want to know more of the details of Kuna and you've kind of narrowed that down, or this is the first time you're hearing about it, I do have a video that you should watch here that I put up earlier in the video, but it is all of the pros and cons of Kuna and everything that you need to know about the city.